are feeling the stress and dealing with a life crisis, help is on the way.
It is. The team is called Project Help, and we're so happy to welcome back to the show Eileen Wesley and Michelle English. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right, so your office, you were telling me, is getting some remodeling, so it's kind of glad you're gone today.
Yes, today, Hattinger Carpet is donating carpet for our whole building. We're so excited.
That's so nice of them to do that.
Giving us a pick us up.
It's amazing what a new floor can do.
I know, right?
Well, and tell us a little bit about Project Help, and I bring that up because you guys are always, you know, counting on volunteers and donations and
they
things.
brought
You're
a
doing
whole
such
crew.
a great service. Yeah.
They brought a whole crew to move our furniture and everything.
That's
So amazing, amazing. We are the local state certified rape crisis center, so we deal with all victims of crime, and we run a 24/7 hotline. We deal with sudden loss.
A free hotline, I might add.
Yes, a confidential hotline. Yeah. All of our services are free and confidential, which is great, and we provide advocacy and counseling to those affected by violent crime in-house, but our hotline offers a little bit more. Because there's never really a phone call that you could make, like you'll call a place and say, I need help with something. Oh, we don't do that. Project Help will never say we don't do that. We always say, let us see what we can do to try to help you right now and get you to the right resource.
I think you've made such a big impact on the community, you know, with that mission too. It's really helped a lot of people.
We truly have, and we do get some phone calls sometimes, which is kind of nice. You don't always hear the bad, sometimes you hear the good, that if so-and-so wasn't on the phone with me last night, I might not have had a positive outcome this morning.
I've actually gotten a few letters and phone calls just like in the last couple of weeks, and they are just so complimentary of anybody on the team. You know, it's great.
Make you feel good.
It makes all the difference in the world.
You guys wanted to bring up this morning kind of what happens when you are a victim of a crime, because I think what happens sometimes a lot is they're made to feel, you know, if they're the victim, you know, sometimes they're made to feel like they did something wrong.
Right.
A lot of questions are asked of victims when a crime has been committed, because they don't realize that the police have to ask these questions to try to find answers for them. And being in a traumatized state, sometimes a question could be asked and like, why are they looking at me like that? Why are they asking me that question? And they need to know why. And the Project Help offers that advocacy and that support during that time so they can understand why they're being asked those questions.
When they're in a situation like that, I mean, they don't know you, so why should they feel comfortable picking up the phone and calling someone like Project Help when it's not a family member?
Sometimes it's easier because you don't have that connection and you feel like you can say anything you want. And I think I've said it a few times. We get some people who call 2 or 3 times and won't speak. So it's always just being there and answering. And sometimes we even say, we'll wait, or you can call back. I mean, it just
that comfort of letting them know, you know, you've done this before.
And on our hotline, they don't have to give their name, where they are, how they, you know, anything about them, but they can just call and be anonymous and ask questions. And because our training and our experience is pretty hefty in the areas of violent crime, we do have answers. We do have ways of helping them decide what they need to do.
Aren't some of the volunteers who answer the other, I mean, haven't they had a personal connection a lot of times? That's maybe what brought them in to be a volunteer. And sometimes I can imagine how comforting that would be to know that somebody has been through what you have been as well.
Right, absolutely, all the time.
Sometimes victims, or survivors as we call them, after they've gone through counseling and such, make the best advocates because they do have that. They're not going to transfer their experience onto the caller or the person that walks in the office, but they really have an idea of what their journey could, their challenges that they might need.
Empowerment to get somebody going, and that's the great feeling. It's just having somebody have that life change going back.
Well, 2 things I want to make sure we get in. If someone is needing help, if someone wants that hotline, I want you to encourage them to call this morning, whatever the case may be. They can do that right now.
Absolutely. 24/7, 365.
Yep. And then also, if you are always looking for volunteers and
always
for
looking
help
for
yourself,
volunteers.
right?
Always.
And all the volunteers, they don't have to be survivors, because I feel that people who aren't survivors that want to give, there's something really gloriously special in there that they want to give back and help somebody for whatever reason.
Do you have an increase in your volunteer help during season? Do you notice a difference?
Yes. And we've been getting a lot more interns coming in from the college campuses, and we encourage that. Find the people on your campus that are dealing with internships and tell them you want to volunteer for Project Help. we will take the interns.
Yes.
But people who come or are just looking around to do something with their time, we have office work, we have fundraising committees, we have the hotline.
All right, ladies, we're
and
out of
things.
time.
I could go on. all
I
day.
know, we could talk
Oh,
all day. Eileen,
know.
Michelle, thank you so much for all you do.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great day. You at home have a great day as
Thanks
well.
for being with
We'll
us.
see you tomorrow.